Hello, my name is Mayanka. I am accounts and a finance trainer from UPLETS. Today, we will cover the topic of business finance. We will cover this topic in three parts. This is part one of business finance. In this, we will discuss what is the business finance and why there is the requirement and what are the sources. So, now we will start our video to understand the topic of business finance, meaning, nature, and the significance of the business finance. First, we will discuss what is the business finance, what is the nature and the significance of the business finance. Business is concerned with the production and the distribution of goods and the services for the satisfaction of needs of society. Business are those activity in which the person produce, manufacture, or distribute the goods or the services so that he can satisfy the society. Is that in the case? For the example, there is a person who is selling any goods or who deal in any plant and machinery or any of the fixed assets or anything. So the activities which are performed by him of selling and purchasing of these assets or providing any services, so all these activity are to be considered as business. In the case of business, the main objective of the person to earn the profit and to provide the services or to provide the goods to satisfy the society. For carrying out various activities, business require money. In the case of business, if there is any person want to perform any of the activity, if you want to perform any of the activity of the business, so there is the need of money. For example, for the purchase of any goods, you need money. For purchase any assets, you need money. For salary, you need money. And for each and everything, there is a requirement of money. Finance, therefore, is called the life blood of any business. In the case of business, the finance is the very much important part. It is considered as a blood or it is considered as a life of the business, because without the finance, the business cannot be done, or we cannot perform any of the activity of the business without any finance. The requirement of the finance by the business to carry out its various activities, which is called business finance, is that in the case of business, there are the many sources from which we take the finance in the business. Is that in the case of business, the finance which is used is to be known as business finance. And in the case of business or in the society, there are many sources by which we can collect or we can receive such business finance and can use such finance in the business activities so that we can perform all the business activity without any problem of money. So the business finance is the very much important in a, in the case of business, and the finance is very much important because all the activities are performed by the use of finance. A business cannot perform unless adequate finance are made available to it. The business cannot perform activity properly and adequately if there is no business finance or if there is no adequate business finance. Is that in the case of business, the proper and the adequate finance or the cash or the bank balance is very much important too. The initial capital contributed by the entrepreneur is not always sufficient to take care of all the financial requirement of the business. When there is any person who started his business, and the amount of capital which is introduced by such person for the business, then such amount is not sufficient for such business, because in the case of business there are many activities. For the purpose of this, finance is required. So such amount is not sufficient which can meet all the financial requirement. So in this case, the person is required to collect or to obtain the money from the different sources. A business person therefore has to look for different other sources from where he can collect the money. Is that for the business activities, the person is required more money. So he finds those sources on the basis of which he can collect the money and he can perform the business activity properly and continuously. So on the basis of this, we can say that the business finance is the finance in the business is very much important, because without the finance, no one can perform the business activities. So it is to be known as life of the business or blood of the business. A clear assessment of the finance need and the identification of the various sources of finance. Therefore, it is a significant aspect of running a business organization. For running all the activities of the business and the business organization, the finance is a very much important. So in the case of business, there is the requirement to search various source of finance so that perform so that the person can perform all the business activities properly. The need for finance arises from the stage when an entrepreneur makes a decision to start a business. In the case of business, when the person decides he will start the business, from that day there is a requirement of finance. For example, Mr. Ram decided he will start the business. So for starting the business, there is a requirement of a place. So for the place, there is the need of finance. If he want to purchase a shop, then there is a requirement of finance. And, and he will purchase some goods for the selling purpose. So for purchase some goods, there is a requirement of finance. He will hire a person. So there is a requirement of finance to pay the amount of salary to him. When there is any person who think or who decide he will start the business from this time, from very beginning or from the starting time, the finance is required. Some funds are needed immediately, say for the purchase of plant and machinery, for the purchase of furniture, for other assets. For start the business, there is a requirements of plant and machinery, some furniture, and some other fixed assets. So in this case, there is a requirement of finance immediately at the time of start of business. Similarly, some funds are required for the day-to-day operation. In the case of business, there are many day-to-day operations, just like selling any goods, transportation. When you are selling some goods to a customer and you are providing some goods at their workplace, so the expenses of transportation, purchase of raw material, salary to employees, these all are the day-to-day operation. So in the respect of these operations, the finance, the money is important, because without the money you can't purchase the inventory, you can't pay the amount of salary. So in the case of business, for each and activity, the money or the finance is important. The financial need of the business can be categorized as follows. On the basis of requirement, we can classify the requirement of the finance into the following categories. There are two categories which explain the need of finance in the business. Number one, fixed capital requirements. Number one is fixed capital requirements, and number two is working capital requirement. Number one is fixed capital requirements, and number two is working capital requirements. Fixed capital requirement. In order to start the business, funds are required to purchase fixed assets like land and building, plant and machinery, and furniture and fixtures. This is known fixed capital requirement of the enterprises. Is that the capital which is required to purchase fixed assets? Is that the capital which is required to purchase any fixed assets is to be known as fixed capital requirement. This is not in recurring in nature. Such a requirement is not recurring in nature. It is required in the starting of the business or after a long time period. In the case of business, when the person start the business, then he require some fund for the purchase of land, for the purchase of building, for the purchase of furniture and fixtures, and plant and machinery. So these all are requirement. So these all are requirement of the capital is to be known as fixed capital requirement. These requirements are to be known as fixed capital requirement. The fund required in the fixed assets remain invested in the business for the long period of time. Is that the amount or the finance which is invested in the fixed assets, which is invested in the fixed assets, will remain same, means it will be invested in the business for the long time period. Because if you purchased a assets or a land and building, so such amount is invested in such land and building, there is no need to do such expense again and again. Now it's such land and building of the business, so it is permanently for the business. Means in the case of fixed capital, the amount is invested for the long time period. So this is the fixed capital requirement, means the capital which is required for the fixed assets. Then such a requirement is to be known as fixed capital requirement. For the example, for the purchase of any land, for the purchase of any plant and machinery, for the purchase of furniture and fixtures. So this is the capital. This is the fixed capital requirement, and it is a non-recurring in nature. Number two, working capital requirement. What is the meaning of working capital requirement? The financial requirements of an enterprise do not end with the procurement of fixed assets. Is that in the case of business, only you have purchased some fixed assets, then it is not over. Means for each and activity of the business, whether it is the operating activity, whether it is a fixed asset purchase or any of the activity, there is a requirement of finance. Only the purchase of the fixed assets is not considered that now the finance is not required. In the case of each and every business, whether it is a small business or whether it is a large business, for the day-to-day activities or for the day-to-day operation, finance is mandatory. Is that there is no matter whether the business is small or whether the business is large. The finance is required for each day-to-day operation. So this requirement is to be known as working capital requirement of an enterprise. Is that the requirement of the fund for the working of the organization, for the day-to-day activities of the organization, then such requirement is to be known as working capital requirement. This requirement is to be known as working capital requirement. For the example, there is a person who purchase a land or a building and develop the business. And into the day-to-day operation, he wants to purchase some material for the manufacturing, and then after he will sold such material to the customers. So for the purchase of material, there is a requirement of finance. The person who is manufacturing the goods, he also requires the amount of salary. So for the payment of salary, there is also the requirement of fund. For the payment of taxes, the fund is required. So these all are requirements are to be considered as working capital requirement. These are to be known as working capital. Means the requirement of the finance for performing the business activities. For performing the working activities of the business is to be known as working capital requirement. For the example, payment of salary, payment to trade receivables, purchase of any stock, payment of taxes, etc. These all are the working capital requirements. Type of requirements. Number 1, fixed capital requirement, and number 2, working capital requirements. Now, we will discuss classification of source of funds. Classification of source of funds. In the case of business, there is the requirement of finance. So there are the different sources from where we can collect the amount of finance, or we can use such finance in our business. Is that there are the many sources from where we can collect the amount of finance. Now we will discuss the source of finance and the classification of source of finance. Classification of source of finance. Source of finance are classified on the basis of number 1, period. The source of finance are classified on the basis of period, on the basis of ownership, and on the basis of source of generation. Source of generation. The source of finance are classified into 3 parts. Number 1, on the basis of periods. Number 2, on the basis of ownership. And the last, on the basis of generation. On the basis of period, the source of finance are further classified in 3 parts. Means there are the 3 type of source of fund on the basis of period. Number 1, long term. Number 2, medium term. And number 3 is short term finance or short term fund. Number 1 is long term, just like equity shares, retained earning, preference shares, debentures, loans from financial institution, and loans from banks. Is that these are those source of fund from which, and from these sources we can collect the amount of fund, or we can collect the amount of finance for the long term period. Is that on the basis of equity share, on the basis of preference share, on the basis of debenture, we can collect the amount of finance for the long term period. So these are the long term finance. Medium term finance means from which we can collect the amount of finance for the medium term period. Not for long term, not for short term. It is for the period of medium term. For the example, loan from banks. We can take the loan from banks for the medium term. Public deposit. For the public deposit, on the basis of public deposit, we can collect the amount from the public for the medium term. Loans from financial institution, we can take the loan from the financial institution for the medium term. And lease financing, short term. Short term, number one is trade credit. On the basis of trade credit, we can take the amount of loan for the short term period. Factoring. By factoring, we can collect the fund for short term periods. Bank, we can collect the fund from the bank for the short term periods. And the commercial paper. By the commercial paper, we can also collect the amount of fund for the short period. So, short term, medium term, and long term finance. These all on the basis of period. Now we will discuss the source of finance on the basis of ownership. Source of finance on the basis of ownership. On the basis of ownership, it is classified into two parts. Number one is owner's fund and number two is borrowed fund. Number one is owner's fund, means which is our own fund, which is own fund. And number two is borrowed fund, which is borrowed from third party or which is borrowed from any other person. So the owner's fund include equity share in the retained earning. The owner's fund includes equity share and the retained earning. Is that the equity share is to be considered as its own fund. It is considered as its own fund, and the retained earning means the surplus, the reserve and surplus, and the earning which are retained are also considered as owner's fund. The next part is borrowed fund. Borrowed fund means the fund which is borrowed from any other person. Just like issue of debenture. When we issue the debenture, then we obtain the fund from the public. But after the certain time period, there is a requirement of payment of such amount which is received by debentures. Loan from bank. Loan from bank is also the source from borrowed fund. Means we collect the amount of finance from the bank, but after a certain time period, there is a requirement to repayment. Loan from financial institution. This is also the borrowed fund. Lease financing, commercial paper, all these are borrowed fund. So on the basis of ownership, there are two type of source. Number one is owner's fund. Number two is borrowed fund. Now we will discuss the source of fund classification. Source of fund classification on the basis of generation. Source of fund classification on the basis of generation. So on the basis of generation, the funds are classified into two parts, internal source and the external source. On the basis of source of generation, the funds are classified into two parts, internal funds and the external funds. Internal source or the external source. Internal source, equity share capital and the retained earning. These are the internal source. Means this is the source of owners, and this is so it is the internal. And the external, which is taken from any other person, just like finance, loan from financial institution, loan from banks, debentures, financial lease, commercial paper, factoring, trade creditors, preference share. All these are example of external source. So on the basis of this, we have discussed the source of funds classification. This is the proper classification of source of funds. In the slides, we will discuss all these funds, all these source of fund in the detailed form so that you can understand such classification. Now we will discuss the source of fund on the basis of period. On the basis of period, there are the different source of fund which are categorized into three parts. On the basis of period, there are different sources of the funds, and these sources are classified into three parts. Number one is long term source. Number two is medium term source. And number three is short term source. According to the or on the basis of periods, the funds are classified into three parts. Number one is long term source. Number two is medium term source. And number three is short term source. Number one is long term source. What is the meaning of long term source? The long-term source fulfill the financial requirements of the enterprises for the period exceeding 5 years. Long-term sources are those sources which can fulfill the requirement of the enterprises for the period more than 5 years. Is that the funds which is long term, which is obtained or which is arise from long-term source, then it can fulfill the requirement of the organization of finance for the period 5 years or more than 5 years, and include sources such as shares and debentures, long-term borrowings, loan from financial institution, etc. Is that the long-term source includes issue of share, issue of debentures, long-term borrowings, loans from bank. These all are the long-term source which can fulfill the financial requirement of any organization for the period exceeding 5 years. Such financing is generally required for the acquisition of fixed assets. Is that the long-term source are the long-term source are those source from which we can obtain the amount of finance, and the entity can fulfill the requirements for the period of more than 5 years. For the example, there is an organization which issue shares. So, on the basis of such issuance of shares, such organization will receive the finance, and these shares will be redeemable at the time of binding up of the organization or after that 10 years, 20 years. So, such issuance of the share is to be considered as long-term source of finance because it will fulfill the financial requirement of the enterprises for the period of more than 5 years. Another one is loan from banks or loan from any financial institutions which is repayable after 10 years, after 8 years, and such huge amount can be used by the organization for fulfill the requirement of the business. So these long-term finance or such long-term source are mostly useful in the case when there is any organization want to acquire any fixed assets, when there is any organization which is required a new plant and machinery. So in this case, there is a requirement of finance. For this purpose, the organization take the loans. It take the loans from the different financial institutions or issuance of the shares, issuance of the debentures. So on these sources, such organization can collect the finance and use such finance for the acquisition of any fixed assets. So this is the long-term source of finance. This is the long-term source of finance. The next is medium-term source. The source from which we can collect the amount of finance for the medium term. So such finance source is to be known as medium-term source finance, where the funds are required for a period more than 1 year but less than 5 years. Is that from those sources we can collect the amount of finance for the period which is more than 1 year but it is less than 5 years. Then such a source is to be known as medium term source of finance. These sources include borrowing from commercial bank. These sources include bank, loan from commercial bank or public deposits, lease financing, or loan from financial institution. Is that from these sources we can collect the amount of finance for the medium term only. Just like loan from financial institution for the period of 3 years, for the period of 5 years, loan from commercial banks, currency bonds, leasing financing. These all are the examples of medium term sources. On the basis of these sources, we can collect the amount of finance for the medium term. Is that more than 1 year but less than 5 years? So these are the medium term source of finance. The next is short term source. Short term source means the sources which is provide the finance for the period which is not exceeding 1 year. Is that short term funds are those which are required for the period of not exceeding 1 year. Just like trade creditors. Trade creditors provide the fund or we can retain the fund for the period of 90 days, 180 days, max to max 180 days or 1 year. Loan from commercial bank for the short term period. Commercial paper, these all are the example of short term sources. Is that the short term sources are those sources which provide the fund for the period which is not more than 1 year. Just like trade creditors, loan from commercial bank and commercial paper, these all are the example of short term source. Now we will discuss the source of fund on the basis of ownership. Source of fund on the basis of ownership are classified into two parts. The source of the funds are classified into two parts on the basis of ownership. Number one is owner's fund and number two is borrowed fund. On the basis of ownership, the funds are classified. Number one, owner's fund and the borrowed fund. The owner's fund means the fund which are provided by the owner of the enterprises. Is that the owner's funds are those funds which are provided by the owner, which is provided by the owner of the enterprises, which may be a sole trader or it may be a partner or the shareholder of the company. Is that in the case when there is any business and in the business the fund is provided by the owner, then it is to be known as owner's fund. In the case of proprietorship, the proprietor will provide the fund. In the case of partnership, the partners will provide the fund. And in the case of company, the shareholder who is considered as the owner will provide the fund for the business activities. Apart from capital, it is also include amount of profit which is reinvested in the business. In the case of business, the owner's fund is to be considered as amount of capital which is introduced by the owner at the time of starting the business. But such amount is also include the amount of profit which is reinvested. It is also include the amount of profit which is reinvested in the business. The owner's capital remains invested in the business for the long duration. The amount of capital is invested in the business for the long term period, and it is not refunded. It is not required to be refunded during the life of business. During the life of the business, such amount is not required to be refunded. So it is invested for the long period. Issue of equity share and the retained earning are the two important sources from where owner's fund can be obtained. In the case of any organization, the amount of the owner's fund can be collected by the issue of equity share, because the equity shareholders are the considered as the owners of the company. So the fund which is obtained from the source of from the issue of equity share is to be considered as owner's fund, and the retained earning means the amount of profit which is reinvested by the owner in the business. So the issue of equity share, not preference share, equity share, because the equity shareholder consider the owner of the company. So the issue of equity shareholders and the retained earning are considered the two important example of owner's fund. The next is borrowed fund. The next is borrowed fund. Borrowed fund, on the other hand, refer to the fund which is raised through the loans or borrowings. Is that the fund which is obtained or which is raised through the borrowings or through the loans. For the example, loan from banks, issue of debentures, these all are the example of borrowed fund. The sources of raising the borrowed fund includes, some example of borrowed fund includes commercial bank, loan from commercial bank, loan from financial institutions, issue of debentures, public deposits, and the trade credits. These all are the examples of borrowed fund. Such sources provide funds for the specific period. These all our sources provide the fund for the particular period, for the 2 years, for the 3 years. Such sources provide fund for the particular years on the certain terms and conditions. And after the expiry of the period, such a specified period, there is a requirement to repay such amount. And there is a requirement to pay the amount of interest. And there is a requirement to pay the amount of interest to the person from whom such amount is received. Is that the borrower is required to pay the amount of interest from the source. Means if he has taken the amount of loan from the bank, then such person is required to pay the amount of interest to the bank at the fixed rate. At time, it put a lots of burden on the business, as the payment of interest is required to be made when the earnings are low and when the loss is incurred. Generally, the borrowed funds are provided on the security of fixed assets. In the case of business, when there is any fund which is borrowed from the third party and there is a requirement to pay the amount of interest, so it is considered as a burden for the business, because in the starting time the organization bearing losses, or it may earn very low profits. So in this case, the organization is not in situation to pay the amount of interest on these funds, and such borrowed funds are provided by the organization or provided by the bank on the basis of fixed assets. means there is a requirement to pledge any fixed assets, and in the consideration of such assets they will provide, or on the basis of security of such assets they will provide the amount of funds. So this is to be known as borrowed fund. The fund which is borrowed or which is taken from the third party or from the other person, and on the basis and on such fund there is a requirement to pay the amount of interest at the rate of at fixed rate, and after the expiry of such period there is a requirement to repay such amount, then such fund is to be known as borrowed fund. Now we will discuss the another source of fund. Another classification of source of fund. Now the source of fund are classified on the basis of generation. On the basis of generation, the funds are classified into two parts: internal source and the external source. Is that another basis of categorizing the sources of fund can be whether the fund which are generated within the organization or from the external sources. Is that on the basis of generation, the funds are collected or the funds can be generated within the organization or from the external sources. Internal sources of the fund are those which are generated from within the organization. Is that the funds which are generated within the organization are to be considered as internal source of funds. For the example, a business can generate fund internally by accumulating collection of resources, of collection of receivables, depose, disposing of surplus inventories, and pulling back its profit. The internal source of funds can fulfill only limited needs of business. In the case of business, the internal source are those sources which generate the fund from the internal activities or from the business, within the business. For the example, when there is any organization which collect the amount from the receivables or from the debtors, or there is a sale of inventories, there is a sale of inventory or disposing of surplus inventory. So these all are the source of internal sources of finance. The internal source of finance cannot fulfill all the requirements of the organization. They can fulfill only the limited needs and the limited requirement of the organizations. So these all are to be considered as sources of generation basis. Sources of the generation basis. So the external source, first we have discussed internal source. The external source of the fund include those sources that lie outside an organization. The external source are those sources which are generated from the external source of organization, means which are not generated with the organization, such as supplier, lender, and investor. Where large amount of the money is required to be raised, it is generally done through the use of external source. Is that the external source means, for the example, the money taken from investor, from banks, from lenders, is that when there is a requirement of huge money, when there is a requirement of large money, then the external source is used for the generation of money, for the generation of finance. External funds may be costly as compared to those which is raised through the internal source. External source comparatively expensive because in the case of external source there is a requirement to pay the amount of investment. to pay the amount of interest at the fixed rate. Is that if you if you take a loan from the bank. So in this case, there is a requirement to pay the amount of interest at a fixed rate, as well as there is a requirement to provide a security to the bank for the security purpose. In some cases, business is required to mortgage its assets as a security for obtaining the external source. Issue of debenture, borrowings from commercial bank, borrowings from financial banks, and accepting the public deposit. These all are the examples of external source. So these are the some sources from where the business collect or the business generated the amounts of finance. So these all are the internal and the external source of funds. So on the basis of such class, we have discussed what is the meaning of business finance. What is the meaning of business finance? And we have also discussed the classification of source of business finance on the basis of period, on the basis of generation, on the basis of period, on the basis of generation, and all other, just like ownership, on the basis of period, on the basis of ownership, and on the basis of generation. So, on the basis of such discussion, we have understand what is the meaning of business finance and what are the sources of the funds. Now, in our part 2, we will discuss all these sources in the detailed form, and we will discuss the procedure and all other important points which are relating to the business finance. Thank you so much for watching this video. Okay, bye bye and have a nice day.